everyone. And we'll do a short 15-minute set. We'll start down sitting on your shins, stretching the instep. If this is too intense for you, you can put a block underneath, maybe even 2 blocks, lifting your sits wherever you're at. Maybe rocking back, forward, getting a little movement here. Maybe tucking the toes underneath and stretching those toes back. And we'll find our way into tabletop. Breathing through cat-cow, inhaling, pulling the belly button to spine. Exhale, pushing chest down, pushing hips back. Inhale, tucking the tail, tucking your chin to chest. And exhale, lifting, looking up. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. In. And out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your toes under and push back, finding your down dog. Walk that dog. Good. And find stillness in your down dog, settling, pressing the heels back, but having your hands and feet wide enough to where you can't quite get the heels to the mat. Begin to engage each finger into the mat and bring particular attention to the index and thumb finger, actively pressing them into the mat. Tuck your head between the biceps, pressing your tailbone up. Breathe. Inhale to the toes. And we'll exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Inhale, halfway up, flat back, gazing up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, slowly stacking each vertebrae as you come up, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, prayer position. Stepping back with the right foot and find your straddle toes. Toes are evenly aligned. Pushing hips back. Leave your hands on your hips for now. And folding over, finding a straight back. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding in out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And now releasing hands from your hips. Exhale, fold and find the mat with your hands. And begin to lengthen your spine, lengthen vertebrae, reaching the crown of your head towards the mat, but keeping in a stance to where you don't quite make it. Lengthening each space between each vertebrae, getting just a little longer. as the crown of your head grows towards the mat. Breathe in here. On your Ujjayi breath, and begin to roll back up to a standing position. Arms come out to your side in star pose. Pivot on the right heel, turning the toes to the back wall. And now begin to stretch over that right leg and fold for your triangle pose. Maybe the right hand can come behind the foot, if not in front. And if you need a prop, a block, a pillow, whatever, feel free to use that. Turning the gaze towards the ceiling, turning your left arm any amount to open the chest towards the ceiling, and lifting with the side body. One more breath here. And slowly, with control, rotate that left hand down, feeling each increment of rotation. And find your pyramid pose here. The right leg is engaged and straight, lowering your belly towards the thigh. Now placing the left hand on the mat, gently, slowly rotating that right arm up. Find your revolve triangle. And releasing it back down slowly. Windmill the arms over, finding your star pose again. And now pivot on the left heel, toes pointing towards the front wall. And begin to reach your left arm over that leg, folding. And maybe your left hand needs to go in front, or maybe you can find it behind if you're feeling comfortable in your triangle pose. Lifting with the side body, opening the right arm, gently turning the chest and gaze towards the ceiling. Now slowly lowering that right arm, feeling each increment of rotation. And find your pyramid pose, framing that left foot with your hands, flattening the back, and now lowering your belly towards that thigh, any amount, not forcing. And once you get to that place, breathing into it and releasing any tension. When you're ready, place that right hand on the mat and begin to slowly rotate the left arm up, engaging both of your legs, pressing into the mat, lifting for your revolve triangle. Begin to lower with control. Framing that foot again. And windmilling your arms up back to that star pose. Folding over. And finding the edges of both feet, or maybe your toes, Whatever feels good for you. Fold any amount. If it feels good, let your neck just swing and lengthen, releasing. Lifting back up to star pose, and now turning back by pivoting that right foot. Get a little length, space between the legs, bending this right leg forward, turning the ball of the left foot down, and find your low lunge. Sweep the arms up for high lunge, inhaling, and exhale back down. Lower the shin and instep down, pressing on the right thigh, lift. And now walking that right foot over to the other side of your mat. Laying the shin across. If this feels tight for you, you can bring the knee towards the top of the mat, angle the shin more, and that will be an easier pigeon. If you're feeling very flexible in the hips, maybe your shin remains more perpendicular to your mat. Lifting as you inhale, and exhale, folding over the leg any amount. Lifting back up as you inhale, turning that leg under, coming back to your low lunge, pressing up and finding your star pose. Pivot on the left heel, get space between the legs, and lower down into a left leg forward lunge. Turn the right ball of the foot towards the ground. Inhale as you lift to a high lunge. Exhale, lower back down. Point the right toes. Bring your instep and shin to the ground. Hands come up to the left thigh. And allow that hip flexor to release to the ground. Gazing up if this feels good for you. Walk your left foot over to the other side of the mat. And lower that leg down. Preparing for your pigeon pose. Maybe you need to walk that right foot back just a little bit. Lifting as you inhale. Exhale, releasing the forehead down to the mat. Inhale, lifting out. Hands on the mat. Right foot digging in and push back to a plank pose. Pushing back to your down dog. Walking the hands back and then inhaling up to the toes and kicking through those hands, finding your Dandasana. Engaging the quadriceps by lifting those knees, heels come up. Press the hands into the mat or the fists, lifting the body. And lower it down. Feet flat, stretching towards the top of the mat. And now begin to lower as slow as you can, one vertebrae at a time. Engaging your core. trying not to suddenly drop back, using all of your muscles. Slowly lower with control. Resting the back of your head on the mat. Arms wide, release your legs wide. Finding your Shavasana. Noticing the sensations of breath. And if this feels good for you, stay here for a few more minutes. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you're able to take this connection with breath into the rest of your day.